Yeah, my man Pastor Pete came to the hotel Friday night and gave our devotion, and he always does a fantastic job, but he's real good at callbacks. If you're a teacher, you understand a callback, like he's going to have some command, you're going to say something back to him, right? It keeps you, really all it is the way to keep your kids from not falling asleep in class, right? And Pastor P goes, whenever he says, "Can I get a witness?" we're supposed to turn to our partner and go, "Shh." And one of the 3 points he made was your greatness, well, your grit will put your greatness on display. And I kept telling our team, I just felt like it was going to be one of those kind of games. Rivalry game, we got injured out there a little bit, lost some momentum, but man, how our kids fought back. And our grit, put our greatness on display. And I also told them I could just tell we were going to have as high of attendance at our game we've ever had since I've been the head coach. And I said that part about, shh, we're going to have to do that quite a bit. Because it was loud, it was deafening in there. So I've heard we're right at 3,000. Unbelievable job by our marketing, our ticket people. We lost a tough, heartbreaking game last week. And you come back, most places they don't show back up when you do that. And it was grit by a lot of people today, by a lot of people.
Questions?
We've been here a long time now. What I was about to say. Go ahead, Stephen. Yes. Sorry.
All right. So it was the second largest crowd in program history today. What does that mean for you to have that accomplished?
I'm on record as saying that I've just fallen in love with this place. And my new people that we've hired, we stay at the Embassy Suites. And it's really like our family there. Everybody there, we are their team. Everybody treats us that way. And a few of my coaches were coming over and they stopped at Valero and got gas. Another one got, and there's new people, new guys on our staff. And they're like, everywhere I go, people are just birds up. And I've said it before, at the parade. I can remember Battle of Flowers, and I don't know, people say 500,000 people at that parade. I don't know, but I know 85% of them are birds up, man. This town got a fever. And I know everybody says they love a winner. I do think they appreciate the way our kids play the game too. There is a certain way they play the game. You can just sense. I told JT I was gonna get him in the low red, throw him 2 fades. And it never happened. So in the end, we were gonna run go-go dancer is what we call it. We just run goes, right? And I look out, he just snuck himself on the field out there. And I said, JT, we weren't in the low red. He's like, Coach, I just want to be on the field. I said, you gotta let me know, man. And anyway, our team's just that way. The catch Willie McCoy made, that kid, what a play. And there's a lot of stories today, a lot of stories.
Great.
Jeff, what happened with Frank there in the second quarter injury-wise, and what was the process of managing that and getting him back in the game?
Yeah, I'd really not like to get too specific on the injury just for the opponent's protection of him. But it was x-rayed, and he's good. He had to play through a lot of pain, and he did that. I really didn't want to put him back out there. And he just, I talked to my medical staff. He was fine as far as future, any further injury. And kid just unbelievable. Now there's another injury later on that had nothing to do with that injury. No, that was a different injury. That's kind of one of those kind of, boys down in the huddle kind of play, if you know what I mean.
No.
I raised 3 boys that happened quite a bit in the bedroom. I imagine refereeing Jordan, Jake, and I didn't have 3 boys, I had 2 boys. She was like a boy, she was that tough. Jordan, Jake, and JC, she probably the one instigating.
Jeff, defensively, you didn't give up but 31 yards on 29 carries. You only had 1 penalty for 5 yards and 37 minutes and 23 seconds to 22 minutes and 37 seconds of possession. That makes a winning combination all the way around.
Yeah, I really don't like to play that way. Y'all know me, I'm boring. That was boring to me. I like to be exciting and go fast. It's just not where we are right now. That's not the best way for us to play football right now. The best way for us to play football right now is to let our defense carry us until we get our offense just right. And we're getting better. We got 3 really good running backs. It's unfortunate we lost Mackay. That's going to be a definite hurt for us. We're going to have to get some guys back. Buffalo's been injured. Meach. Somebody, but DeAndre Marshall stepped up, redshirt freshman, right here, one of our very own Central Catholic. So that triangle was on full display tonight. We played great defense. We ran the ball well enough, especially in the fourth quarter, man. I hated for Kavor getting stripped. When you spin, man, it's always a guy you don't see. When in trouble, double. I mean, I try to make my stuff as, what is that? I don't think I'm a rapper there, but rhyme, so they can remember it. And, I mean, when in trouble, double, man. But he played his tail off. I think the kid had 26 carries for 115 yards, and we knew there was going to be a lot of negatives. They do so much stuff up front, and we had a lot of negatives. But we knew when we popped it, we were going to pop it. And I know it's frustrating for y'all. It's frustrating for us too. But when it hit, you were like, man, they figured it out now. And when it didn't hit, you like me, you're going, what are we doing?
JJ.
Jeff, how serious is Mackay's injury, and what's his prognosis moving forward?
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good, I would say. Just guessing. I hate to do that. I hate to speculate, but I would guess 6 to 8 weeks. And you're talking about a young man that missed his entire season last year. The potential to play the National Football League. Got 2 kids, got a wife. Tough day for Mackay. And the whole time he's just bawling, telling us he was sorry the entire time. He's as tough a kid as I've ever coached. He's a very good football player. He's already got his degree. That hurt. That hurt.
All the way in the back of the stage.
Coach, you said it took a lot of grit for you guys to pull this one out. Talk about Frank's grit to come back from injury and then throw that nice touchdown in the back corner of the end zone there.
How about the play he made when it was his last play, we thought. The way I looked at it, I thought it was his last play of his career. And executes third down. That kid is just magic. And I think y'all could probably tell just by the way our play calls, we had to call the game a different way in the second half just to make sure he was okay, And he did an unbelievable job being a pocket quarterback. And he's just who he is. And I really challenge our team that he's not going to be able to run around the second half and make all those miraculous plays anymore. He's going to have to be a different quarterback now. So someone's going to go make a catch. Someone's going to have to break a tackle. And all of our kids did all that. From Tyke, I've already talked about Willie McCoy, Devin McHugh, I know I've already said all these names, but Frank's the one putting all those balls out there. And because our game is so RPO driven and he has such control of our offense, no matter what the defense is doing, Frank can calm it all down, put the ball where it's supposed to be. And that's what it gives you, the beauty of playing for 4 years. And Eddie Lee will get there, and Owen McCown will get there. But I got to get 30 games, 20 games into those guys to get them there, right? And it was good for Eddie to go out there, had a great attitude, and Owen McCown had a great attitude as well.
JJ.
Jeff, how much did this week weigh on you, the tough loss to Houston, facing GJ, and kind of a gritty game here? Just what are your feelings and emotions after this one?
Yeah, JJ's trying to get me to cry. He knows me well. It's been tough because I know we've got a really good football team, and it hasn't played out the way I thought it was going to. I thought we were going to be really, really good on offense, and we're just a couple of injuries away. But our young guys are coming on. You can't make excuses. You just can't do it. And Kilgore, I've said that so many times now. I lost a tough game to Kilgore in 2013, exact same way. And I've called Houston Kilgore 4 times now this week. It was so frustrating because we're playing better than it looks like. I know we're only scoring 20 and whatever it was last week, but we're executing drives. We're getting first downs against really good people. And I don't know, did Baylor beat Utah today or Utah beat Baylor?
20-13 Utah.
So they came back and beat them. Again, there's a top 10 team that Baylor just went out there and played their tail off against. And Texas State just whooped them last week. And what a job GJ's done.
Well, Jeff, a little nostalgia. Looking back to 2006, when GJ was the Gilmer Buckeye quarterback, did you ever, in your wildest expectations, think the two of you would ever be FBS coaches and he would be your opponent on the opposite side of the field?
So I'm ready because somebody else asked me that, believe it or not, there, Mr. Elman. I would have thought he was going to be. I mean, he's as handsome as Joe Namath. He played in the National Football League 5 years. I mean, I'm a simpleton, high school football coach. I'm the one I didn't think would be here. Praise the Lord. President Amy Dr. Compost saw something in me and gave me my chance. So for the two of us to do this, I'd like for somebody to find this out. I promise you, Greg's the one. How many times in Division I football has a high school football coach gone against his high school quarterback as two head coaches? That has to be a pretty low number. But hey, always let your dreams be so large, your prayer life has to match it. So when your dreams come true, no one can take credit for it but the Lord.
Great.
Jeff, what were the biggest keys to the defensive performance overall today, particularly the pressure you guys were able to generate?
Stopping the run with not adding an extra. Coach Lell, this is awesome. Kelly's gonna kill me when I tell this story. I went up to Brooks, his son. I said, your daddy did your daddy did a hell of a job coaching football tonight. And Brooks looked me right in the eye and went, my daddy's a hell of a coach. I can't wait till Kelly sees Brooks. So he had a great plan. He's got a great staff. Nick Graham in the back, Brad Sherrod at linebackers, Sadiq Haynes, D-line. Those kids believe in him. And he had a great plan for them. And we don't turbo as much as they do. But they get to go against us a lot because we turbo, a third of the game. What a great job Matt Leftwich did as a coordinator, though. He did a really fantastic job. That's just those second guys. That's their second game to be together with 53 transfers. That's incredible. And it is the ability. What it's done. It's just you have an ability to flip an entire university with one hire in the new system. I'm not gonna get up here and start deciding if that's what's best for kids and graduating and all that stuff, but I know he's given an entire city, an entire university belief, and you could feel that tonight.
What was that embrace like with GJ at the end of the game, and what did you tell him?
Mixed. Mixed. JJ's really trying to get me to cry today. He really is. I told him I loved him, and I meant it. And I know it's not me, but I feel like a part of me is there. And the way we've coached him when he was in high school, and the way we've always treated him with unconditional love. And you can do things right in this business. And he's going to do it right. And those kids believe in him. And I'm proud of him. That's what I told him. And I'm always going to love him. And he's just as great of a coach last week as he was this week. And I also told him to enjoy the journey, enjoy the ride. It was nice sitting in front of y'all, and y'all were just glad we won. Y'all never used to ask me mean questions. Now you're spoiled, and y'all ask me mean questions all the time, even when we win. And on the way up, you don't get those questions. You just get to be the hero all the time because you're flipping a place. But when you get there and trying to stay there, it can be tough on a ball coach. And I told him to enjoy the journey. I wish I would have enjoyed the journey more. I made my mind up as a college coach I was going to, and I have. I have enjoyed this ride up way better than I did at Gilmer, Texas back in the day.
Anything else for Coach Traylor?
Thank y'all.
Thank you, Jeff.
Can I get a witness? Shh. God bless. Birds up.